You know, round one is always a rocky start, but whatever. Anyhow, oh hey, Dave and Titanwielder. Oh yeah, it was one of the matches we mentioned earlier. Wait, Mike, what happened to Mason? Did he not show up?
This is the myth versus this was supposed to be the myth versus the storm.
I've yet to try the decathon. I've been really busy with the tournament. I would love to go and check it out next time though. I heard it's pretty cool, right? Decathon?
It's really cool unless you're going for the leaderboard. I would not recommend going for the leaderboard.
I heard they're taking it down anyway.
Yeah, they're taking the leaderboard down. They're taking the global progress down, which is it's a lot of people do not appreciate that.
Oh, by the way, port over to me. We have a new match.
I'm right there. Yeah,
All
Talon.
right,
yeah. We've got Talon versus David Titanwielder. What schools are they? Looks like a myth versus an ice. Am I correct?
I think David Storm actually, but I could be mistaken.
David Storm. Wait, actually, let me check the bracket then.
Yeah, let me check the bracket. I'll update it for the stream. Sorry that it's inaccurate right now.
David Titanwielder.
It doesn't automatically update.
Okay, David Titanwielder versus Talon.
Oh no, the giveaway hasn't been drawn. Type in Mandor that ends the giveaway. I'll be drawn in a moment. Sorry that we're delayed. Lots of things to do. Lots of things.
Okay, he's a balance actually. Ooh. It's a balance versus an ice. They're both pretty high on health. They both have they're low on pips. How long has this game been going?
I'll have to ask the ref on that.
Yeah. This looks like it just started though. This looks like they're probably in their 4th or 5th turn. Ooh.
That was quite a move.
That is interesting indeed.
There's honestly quite a bit of utility spells on the Storm side that are totally unappreciated.
It is balance, not Storm.
Oh, it's a balance. Ooh.
That's why that was weird. That is.
I don't know. Titan just
That's
feels like
interesting
it's a Storm name. So maybe I'm misperceiving myself.
Well, on the
He's
bracket,
using the flamenco.
Well,
so
I guess it's because we had the other David, so I was kind of thinking.
He's a 120 balance, so he has an advantage and a disadvantage actually.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a 5 level one, but you know, every level counts though, especially with the innate health that you get.
Most people in the bracket though are 130. Most of the people do have their scions unlocked, except a few.
If you're 125, you could get scion as well.
But we have a level 100, I see, which is.
Yeah. So that's actually an interesting story. So the guy was expecting to get the 130 because apparently the guy made a new character and it wasn't high enough level, so he kind of like bluffed his way in. But we were kind enough to say, okay, 100 is kind of like the minimum level where we kind of want to be, but we do 110 now, just as a little more fair for everyone because of health values and a bunch of other economy has changed over time. But it's like, okay, you can still play it well as 100. It's probably a big disadvantage, especially because we allow scion spells. So it's like, take it as you will. It's a risk, but if you do it and you win, then more credit to you. So it's a one-time exception.
But he lacks so much in gear, though.
Well, I mean, your gear mostly, you have most of the base gear though, because you have Darkmoor and Roundabouts.
Well, you have base gear, but still, you can like fine-tune it.
I mean, you don't have like the specialty in offensive gear or like the extra stuff that you get from like Ultras or all the other packs, like the other packs at 120 or 110, 120, 130, or give a lot more, especially or even health jewels as well. Though you do have one advantage, you do have critical is a lot more effective then because the decay hasn't decreased as much or even block. So block may actually be really good as a benefit.
I didn't actually think about that.
Yeah, so there are some advantages though. It's a cat and mouse game, really.
If he believes in himself, honestly, he could do it. I definitely believe if he is actually good enough, he could definitely like get far into the tournament. Let's watch this. I feel we're gonna see a lot of minions in this tourney, like a lot of minions.
I mean, minions are always pretty good. Now, of course, you're able to clear them a little easier, but if you don't take them seriously, they're gonna really wreck your day. Remember, Lore Master has a couple limitations. So Lore Master has a 2-round cooldown, so you cannot use it repetitively. And in addition, you can only use 2 Lore Master before you get to the soft cap. And the only way to reset the soft cap is by reshuffling. So Lore Master is super limited, just because it is a god tier spell for balance, and because before what we did is we just did like 2 per reshuffle, but because balance also has mastery to its own school, it doesn't really affect them as much compared to other people. Because other people, it's a big pip dump. For balance, it's like, oh, just 2 pips, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I sacrifice 1 lore masters versus, you know, effectively, if let's just say that wasn't mastery, then it would be 4. Or 4 pips or 2 lore masters. So we get rid of the ability for them to spam it. So it's a lot longer, and then resetting is still a cost, but it fits balance pretty well. For the pure monstrosity, words are hard, of Lore Master, of giving, you know, decent damage for 4 pips and a mantle and a weakness.
Yeah.
And especially because you're able to combo that with different enchant versions. Yeah, those Franklin stuff. I believe those are limited to 3 per game.
Seen those before.
Yeah, man, they're quite popular spells. As they give you a lot of shields. Particularly pretty good for certain matchups.
Interesting. Huh.
They're
I didn't even know balance had a version of the cold iron.
Yeah, everyone has a Franklin or the stove type spell.
Huh. Interesting.
They are on the
balance
on the
was
limit
just
list,
left out of that. I was like,
Yeah. If you have yet to check out our rules, and I really do recommend everyone check your rules, especially as a viewer. It does make sense to check it out as you get to understand the context of what the players are, you know, under, right? Like, you know, what they do, or like why don't they do general hand spells? Well, it's bad, or you know, kind of the other limitations and hardships you go through. But the goal is to increase the overall skill ceiling, while also decreasing the RNG in the matches, which should make more fun and fair matches for both people. You know, whoever is the best player wins, because we want that to be whoever actually is the best playing the game. You know, no RNG shenanigans, just how it is. Now, of course, there's still some RNG as it's a card game and there's a bunch of other factors, but that's how it is. Now, wow, he's really using them. I love to hear what cap he's at, because that's at least 2, and I think the number's 3.
The cap is 3. I think we came early. Like, he didn't have any. Like, this is his second one.
Yeah, it does look like it's early match. Let me take a look at this.
Because the only other shield he has, because there's no way of getting rid of a fire shield, and he only has.
These are okay. So in our rule, we call the pot boiler treasure cards, but some are stoves and some are whatever. So pot boiler, so cold iron's like one of the. So they are limited to 3 per game. So I want to ask our ref, what's the count?
I think it's 2 because of the shields, but yeah.
Okay, I want to ask.
All right. That's not a bad play. They're both playing like quick. None of them are actually stacking up pips yet. I think David is trying right now.
Oh, also, in addition to balances limitations, they also can only use 3 mana burns per game as well. So we really do limit some of their balances control, as if they have unlimited access to their control, that it's a really tough and potentially unfair match. For example, one of the things that, you know, kind of like an unspoken rule against balance is you cannot aura against them because they can just remove it and do massive damage to you for 2 pips, which is effectively free, right? Oh, a pass? Or is
that's why Talon,
really
I feel Talon is playing like that, because he's not stacking up pips. Pretty much since we've got, he hasn't went over 3 power pips.
I mean, I guess that's one strat. I guess he's kind of going on more of like a regular against balance strat. Ooh, that hurts.
This is quite an interesting strat from the balance.
Yeah, he's playing. What do we call it?
Very
defensively.
Aggressive.
Aggressive. Yeah.
Okay. I guess like aggressive with the stoves.
Well, the smart thing that he has, though, yeah.
He's definitely wealthy in the TC realm.
100% on that.
So these are definitely not your everyday spells, but
I
do like to see them in these tournaments. I love it.
Definitely, when we go for these tournaments, we recommend you stock up on treasure cards. You have full gold in case you need to buy things. You know, just be come on with your A game, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what we want. We want to come on with our A game. You gotta love the hype modes.
What's up, Korea Tai? Welcome to the stream, bud. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, you're very. Well, balance doesn't really blade a lot, so lower pips can be a pretty effective strat if you keep on pushing out offensive moves.
Yeah. Now this looks really good for David, though. Really good for David.
Yeah. And obviously, ISs are a lot more blade and pip heavy. So.
Ooh.
I do wonder though what his mana burn count is though. You know what mana burn? How many mana burns you use?
I don't think he used any yet, honestly.
Yeah, not what I see, unless we just have horrible memory now.
No, he hasn't used any since we've been here, and I want to say
true. He might have used one before.
Within the next 5 to 10 minutes. I highly doubt he used it that early though.
I mean, the mana burn now looks pretty good, honestly.
Well, yes, but he has no pips.
If he had pips, though, that's the thing. That's what he wants to do.
He needs to save up the pips right now.
Oh, I bet Talon knows this, and I think he took that off. That way he can try and lord a winner and take his pips again. If I was him, I would be thinking about doing that now because he does have an open shot on him.
True. It's looking really good, though.
It's looking really good.
Yeah,
and in the same sense, David has a lot on his side too. Not only does he have an Infalba, but assuming that he's running 40% Pierce, he also has the bubble, which means he's running about 80% Pierce.
Shadow Wands are indeed allowed.
Just about everything.
So yeah, you can use Shadow Wands. It's according to the rules officially. Ooh, a cloak. Fun fact: I used to be banned because there were glitches with cloak that made matches really confusing and potentially broken. So. But they fixed all the bugs with cloak, so it's unbanned.
There you go.
Cloak's a cool spell. Like
so David is out of pips completely. That was a really nice dispel right there.
So that was a 4-pip spell that he just tried to use. It might have been a lore.
Last lore master,
probably a lore because he could have done another one as he's out of his cooldown.
Because the thing is that lore would have probably saved him if Talon was planning on hitting very soon. And right now, since David is completely out of pips, he's pretty much. The only thing he probably can... Ooh.
Oh.
That is not what I expected at all.
Interesting move for sure.
So, what is he planning on doing after this? Because he has no comeback. He's going to have to wait.
That is true. He's going to have to go on the super defensive side now that he has absolutely like no pips compared to Talon over here. Talon's coming out with the Lord of Winter, just kind of like I predicted.
I think Talon's gonna try to keep. He's gonna keep tapping him pretty much. Gonna try to keep lowering him quickly, like while he's low on pips. I feel that Judgment though was such a bad move by David. Like such a bad move.
Yeah,
a pass honestly would have been better.
So here comes the set shield. 1 turn too late.
But you got to think of it this way. Talon does not have pips now too.
That is true.
David starts stacking up pips.
And ironically, they have almost the exact same health. Both sitting really close to the 1800 mark.
That is so true. They're both one-shots away though. That it's right now on who gets the first hit at this point.
It's going to be a very close match here.
Yeah.
It's going to be. It just may come down to who crits and who blocks.
Yeah.
Or who sets better in David's case.
all right. That's a double shield, but like those two are separate though. Those two are different.
Those are different. Yes.
I highly doubt Talon can get rid of those easily. Highly doubt that they're gonna get rid of them easily.
Well, he could simply blade into a frostbite.
True. Yeah, Duffy. Shadow Wand hits and Shadow Shields are acceptable. And you can definitely use them, but there would be no point of Shadow Shield since
so the official things that are banned are Shadow self spells like Strike and Trickster, enhanced spells, so like Gaze of Fate, for example, and Shadow creatures, the 2-pip ones, like Dark Nova, or
so they can use
Shadow Shields if they want, but it's kind of a meme if you do that. But I mean, technically you could just.
Honestly, if someone puts up a Shadow Shield right before they, that's like they're claiming this tournament as. Wait, they don't get banned though. You said
no, like a BM, like because.
Oh yeah,
that'd be like a BM.
Just
right?
claiming this tournament as their own at that point.
I mean, you have that as kind of a banter sort of thing.
All right, are those two different shields though?
Oh, I should probably do this thing.
Oh, those are okay. And he's stacking up on shields. So right now it's on who. This is weird. This cannot be like this is a hard game. They're both one shot, but they both have shields on. And I am guessing David is trying to get a max judge or as close to a max judge as he can. Okay.
So here comes that frostbite, as I kind of predicted earlier too,
So
and the blade too.
So that's gonna get rid of the first 2 shields, and then next turn it gets rid of the other one, and he'll be.
And he still has 1 pip, so he could come out of a wyvern. We have no clue what he has that hidden in the deck, but doesn't look like it's gonna matter because David's gonna take away that last pip of his.
Okay. So none of them have shields right now. None of them have pips either. David has 2 pips actually. Wait, if he can pull a lore right now, would he kill? He wouldn't.
I don't think it would kill, but it could give him a couple more rounds. You never know. He could judge into a lore into a judge. Might do it. You don't know.
That would be game for that. If he can actually lore into a judge, that would definitely be game. They're both exactly the same health. Oh, he passed. Okay. All right, I'm interesting to see this. All right.
So David's gonna sacrifice a shield or anything to take off the triage, get that last 400 from the dot off, which is gonna be an interesting move because it may or may not save him in the end.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So guys, everyone in chat right now, who do you think would win this? This is honestly a close call. I can't they're both legit one shot without shields. People are going for Talon actually. People are going for Talon in chat.
Ooh, Talon might have a good idea here if he could, if it's possible.
Ooh, another ice shield.
Here comes that last Franklin boil that David can use.
That's the 3rd one right there. David,
that is the 3rd anti-crit.
Talon goes first plus ice. Honestly, I think with that shield plus that damage, well, that did nothing. But that shield plus a little bit of damage though could save him though. He has 3 power pips. What do you think he can cast with that though?
Here's what I think we're gonna see. I think what we're gonna see is a blade into a frostbite again from Talon, and then he's either gonna stun him that turn, or he's gonna wane around and hit him with a winter moon and finish him off.
But if we see a judge, how would that go?
You never know, but we're gonna see the last lore come out too. Isn't this the last lore for the reshuffle?
That's the last lore, yeah.
That is the last lore. So if he wants to use one more lore, he has to use a reshuffle.
Wait.
He didn't. We only saw 1 lore before, and this is the 2nd one. Right?
He can use 2, I think.
Wasn't there a lore before?
There was 1 lore
I'm gonna have to ask the ref.
Okay,
because I think this may be a 3rd one, but I may just be having bad memory. Again, that's why the referees are referees, and we're observing the match as it goes.
But we can't say that we've seen 2 lores from him so far.
Yeah, we've seen 2 lores, unless he lored before we got here.
Yeah, I saw a lore and another lore.
There we go. Yeah. See,
it looks like we're gonna get a call from the ref saying don't use the lore unless you reshuffle again. So that must have been his 2nd one.
Or 3rd lore, I guess. Because the 3rd one is where they get the warning. But whatever.
That might be true too.
We may have to take a look at the stream.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it's not looking good for David though. I mean, Talon has Fips, and David doesn't.
It's not. But he has a shield though.
This is a really
but there's
nice
an overtime
damage over
though.
time.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the shield doesn't mean as much when you're going against an overtime, especially with overtimes that do initial hits.
We'll see. Well, mathematically, this isn't going to do it. So if Talon wants to finish off David, he is going to have to.
Oh, the crit! The crit.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a close match though. It really is a close match. Imagine if David uses triage. I mean, that would be a clutch triage though.
A crit 1 hit. Let's do it. Well, no.
Honestly, I feel like if anything, Talon's going to stun right here and try and let that dot do as much time as it can before he can finish him off. That's the only thing I can predict off of him.
Another Scorpion would win. Another crit Scorpion would win.
Doesn't look like it's going to finish him off, though.
If it crits. Watch, if it crits. Not a crit. So close. So
77.
close.
Living with 77 health.
So, in the past tournaments, I think we had a couple situations... Oh, no, in our first tournament, we had someone survive with 1 health.
1 health.
And it was under a game mode where you have to kill shadow creatures, as we're kind of just having a fun Shadow Creatures game mode, and the person was alive by 1 health, and they couldn't get like one-shotted. So they had some time to recover. It was really cool. I should link it.
That is such clutch. Honestly, I love the games. Anything underneath 100 health, it's just because
anything goes. Anything goes really. Dude, GG.
That was a great game, honestly. Good job, Talon. Like I give him a applaud for that.
Yeah.
That feint at the end was definitely a good move on Talon.
I want to see
Bounce is a tough contender to go against. Really, it really is.
Yeah.
Especially with its control. And
so Talon did have 70 ice health, ice resist. What's his Pierce? His Pierce is 37, so he was pretty much there.
Yeah, 64
best,
bounce.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely is set though for those types of schools.
Well, most people are set.
Oh, I guess he's not set for
everyone.
those schools.
Yeah. He's set for ice.
I
was talking about David.
No, the ice is from his boots, so he's indirectly set for ice. So it's not intentional. So he doesn't have a set pet though for like the one that I have, for example.
Yeah.
So I guess that's cool regardless though.